this is Jared. This is just a little quick blurb on my advertisements. I have iHerb, Remedylink. Um, I have direct support for my Red Circle, which is my new host. As well as for every episode, I'll try to include relevant affiliate links, as well as my coaching as well. Please check them out. There's no obligation to donate or click or anything, but they really help support this podcast, and I'd really appreciate that. Hey everyone, this is Jared. This is our obligatory sponsorship audio blurb. This is just to tell people that I use Anchor. It's an awesome app. You can use it on, I believe, iPhone, Android, or your computer, and it's all connected, your account. It's very easy to do. You can make money from it, and there's no minimums. There's nothing to sign up for or pay for. And it automatically distributes it to a bunch of different platforms as well, too. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a lot more. The app is available on the iTunes Store, Android, and you can also go to the website, which is anchor.fm, to get started. Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick episode on kind of habits, daily and weekly habits, just because I think they're important, especially if you're an entrepreneur recovering from health issues or kind of both, which is what I am in, situation I'm in. Most of these are pretty simple, and I would suggest try to add them one at a time and build them up, and they will depend on what kind of your goals are and what you're going through. If you just want to be more productive and stuff like that, that's one thing. If you're trying to improve your health, or if you're working on both. Some simple things you can do is, one of them is just walking. I think starting out maybe 10 to 20 minutes a day and then working up. I don't think, speed or, what am I talking about? I do this on a treadmill, but I also do just on my property. I don't know. It really doesn't matter how fast or slow you go. I'll try to do it on natural kind of environments as well too. And if you do have something similar to Vibram Soles, or if you're even able to do it barefoot, you can even get the benefit of not only earthing and grounding, but also it helps improve your posture as well too. I think walking is a good one. I sometimes just listen to music. Sometimes I don't do anything. Sometimes I listen to a audiobook as well too. Another one I think daily as well is meditating. I would start out maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Try and limit distractions, sound, and do it in a relatively dark room. I tend to listen to isochronic tones, or if I have a good set of headphones, binaural beats. I also typically tend to kind of meditate sometimes with an acupressure mat, just because it seems like if I can, I like to kind of combine things, especially if it's kind of self-care, health related. Another one is just reading, but also kind of self-education. This can vary from an audiobook to reading an ebook, reading just a regular old book. I would say 20 minutes to an hour. I also tend to watch like documentaries, YouTube videos from certain people that I like or respect or look up to, such as Josh Mason, Teal Swan, but there are a lot of other ones as well too. There's other podcasts. There's a lot of free information. There's Khan Academy. There's, even if you're interested for various reasons to teach yourself another language, there's Duolingo as well too. But yeah, moving on. Self-care is also pretty important piece, especially if you're dealing with some kind of chronic mental health issue or health issues in general. For me, this really varies. I usually wake up and I take gut binders, not every day. Depends on kind of what my schedule, or if I got good enough sleep, what time I wake up, and stuff like that. And gut binders, I'll go into another episode and stuff like this, but there's a ton of information on gut binders and stuff like that. I also take some chelating stuff as well too. I think these really help kind of detoxify the body. It can help you lose weight. It can help you make you feel better. But you do want to take it just with pretty much plain water, on an empty stomach, and you want to wait probably at least an hour before you really eat, and take any supplements as well too. Most of these gut binders are actually clays or I want to say different soils that will help absorb things. But Josh Mason and Dr. Klinghardt, they have a lot of information, but you can also just look it up. And there are several different ones you can take. I would start out with maybe one or two and then just build up, and you can also take more or less. You can also sometimes take it later on in the day around 10 p.m. I would usually just take the capsule ones around that time, because that's when your kind of gallbladder flushes your system and detoxes, and it's just one of the best times. There's other stuff like you can do. There's an acupressure mat that I lay on, sit on, meditate on. That really helps, especially if you're dealing with pain and tension. There's earthing. You can do that just by walking or standing or even sitting with rock, grass, or touching earth for up to 40 minutes. And you can split this up. It doesn't have to be all at one time. I also do ionic foot baths. Those are relatively inexpensive. You can get one at home. I do castor oil therapy wraps. I actually just did that. There's coffee enemas. I would tend to do it maybe just once a week. I know some people do a daily one, which I think is fine. But I think you do have to kind of know, it can mess up your kind of, I've heard adrenals, but also kind of like your electrolytes and minerals as well too. So you really want to be sure to kind of replenish those, especially when you're taking binders as well too. Other things is you want to try to, on a daily basis and also weekly basis, try to limit distractions, work on time management, but also work on goals. There's nothing wrong with having big goals, and even I would say to try and make them grand, as big as possible, but you can split them up into daily, weekly segments and work on them. I don't know, I have mixed feelings kind of on goal planning and stuff like that, because some people are kind of naturally motivated and don't really need it, but for those that kind of need an extra motivational push, or art is well organized, I believe it may help. Weekly things, I would also do kind of some self-care things. You can do some of these you can start kind of doing on a weekly basis and then increase the frequency. But you can also do other stuff, doing cold therapy. I do that about every day when I take a shower or bath. I sometimes just take an outright ice bath. I do kind of, when it's cold out, or I kind of walk outside, generally just with a shirt or a tank top or something on. I think that can help too. Also working on goals, kind of weekly, monthly, daily goals and stuff like that. Also work on time management, work on your budget, but also do stuff like save and invest. I also think, especially if you have health problems, or you're an entrepreneur, or both, it's good to kind of take some time to rewind. It really doesn't matter what. I think as long as it's constructive and it helps you. This can be anything from, watching TV, playing video games, but also try to find inspiration from others around you, but also you can find it online, motivational videos, documentaries, and stuff like that. But but yeah, those are I think kind of the main kind of daily and weekly habits. One thing I did kind of forget to mention is journaling and kind of self-reflection. Part of this ties into meditation, but you can also kind of write things down, especially if you don't really have many people to talk to, or sometimes it's just helpful to kind of hash things out, or kind of it has a lot of different benefits. There's other things I do kind of on a daily, weekly basis. I have done Alexander technique, kind of some of the basic stuff. I haven't done that in a while. And yeah, it just depends on what you kind of like to do and what you kind of are working on. But I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Feel free to like and share it and subscribe. Feel free to give me feedback, either the email is preferable as psynautical@gmail.com, but jaredhelt.com is also my website as well. And also check out my book, and all the links and stuff I'll have in the show notes below. But I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.